Welcome to a live Shaw Sports presentation.
Welcome to Kickoff Stadium here in Nanaimo for the first ever Vancouver Island Derby between the Victoria Highlanders men and Harbourside FC. On the season, their first ever. Harbourside with 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss coming off their first loss of the season against TSS Rovers back on May 13th, 4-0. And for the Victoria Highlanders, just a couple of matches, but undefeated. They started with a draw against the Whitecaps Academy, coming off a 1-0 win 2 weeks ago against TSS Rovers. So coming off a bye week, the goaltenders, number 30 is Kyle Weir for Harbourside. You'll see him in the red jersey, and in green on the other side for the Victoria Highlanders is Daniel Zadrovic as we get set to get this match underway. Dan Marshall and Tony Trozo here. And Tony, first, hopefully of many of these Vancouver Island derbies.
Absolutely, and we are treated to a fantastic game just a few moments ago, and now a chance here on the men's side. Expect some high intensity in this one. A derby match. Everyone loves a good derby. Nanaimo, Victoria, first time in history. Should be a good one.
Harbourside in their blues and the Victoria Highlanders in their whites. And Harbourside will get the game's first kickoff. Mowbray Bejan will start this game and get us underway here as he drops it back. And we'll see where the first possession leads. Good high press here from the Highlanders to start, as working in deep there with Schaefer. And the ball all the way back down towards Zadrovic, and it'll get touched on to him. And the Victoria netminder will try and boot his team up. Just barely got that away, and here's a Harbourside steal. Bahari now into the middle, a quick shot deflected. Bahari almost set up his man right in the middle of the pitch to get the opening strike, but it just dribbled into the keeper, Zadrovic.
A good start there, a positive look there as we're going to take a look at the replay here. Well worked there. It was a quick up from Nanaimo moving the other way, well hung on to there, but a positive start there from Harbourside here in the derby match.
Highlander ball, and they'll look to move it upfield. Standing over it, dropping it back now is Hagon Kim. The lights are on as the sun begins to set here on this May-long weekend at Kickoff Stadium in Nanaimo. Kim plays that back towards his captain, Rogozinski. Ball to the far sideline. Highlanders in possession in tight quarters. I know a nice spinning out of trouble from Preston. Rogozinski to the keeper, Zadrovic, with a high boot towards center courts. Headed on effectively by Schaefer. Now it's Harbourside to take the ball down.
Obviously just a few minutes into this game here, but a very positive start here for Harbourside. They've had possession for a majority of this game here and taking the ball up quickly as well, but now here a good display here of ball control.
Ball through the middle and nicely intercepted. A Highlander chance from Preston. Moving towards the 18-yard box. Preston throws it back. Ball to the far sideline. One touch back in the vicinity of Preston again. Nice work defensively to take that ball away by Teignmouth. Ball out of play, but good aggressive defense from Teignmouth and Harbourside. Ball put in by Schaefer. Bounced out of play by Fergus Hall.
That was a great looking ball there. First touch right into the middle. You see the dipping ball there as well. Hard to defend, but well defended there from Harbourside. Now throwing at the far side for Victoria.
Keyshawn Brooks is over there by that far sideline to put the ball back into play. Making a quick run towards the corner flag is Preston. They'll play Preston in. Brooks way over on that sideline. All the way back out for a Highlanders reset.
Swinging ball here over to this near side. Well switched from the Highlanders, and now they're going to drop it all the way back.
Kim playing some catch with Giesbers, who will take it now. Giesbers along the deck towards Ando. Giesbers again. A rolling ball to the far sideline. Long ball, nicely intercepted at center field. Good to get a boot in the way there from Matthew Coburn.
Yeah, good job there jumping up as well, obviously in that right back position, but quickly moving up central and able to get a foot on that one there, and he quickly gets possession right back.
Matt Marassa wearing the captain's armband for Harbourside. Plays the ball up towards center, back to him. Shrugs off a check, loops it back towards the keeper, and charging hard out and booting it down is Cal Weir. Rogozinski a touch on it. Pass broken up in the midfield, and Reese Farragher was there to get a touch on it, and down, I think, checking out his leg right now is the captain, Caden Rogozinski. Back to his feet, but you can see laboring just a bit.
You see one of the first foul there of the game, and just maybe a bit late on that one there, getting the back of his foot as he goes to ground. And a free kick now here for Victoria, all the way back in their own end.
0-0, 6th minute here. Harbourside FC, Victoria Highlanders. Highlanders' chances trying to move in was Gregor Smith, and looked like they'd kind of forgotten about Smith, but couldn't quite get any joy out of that opportunity.
Yeah, good look there over to the near side, the quick swinging ball, just a step ahead there on the near side from Smith, but a good looker in the early going here for Victoria. I like that aggressive play, just trying to put it over the top.
Harbourside in control. Here's Marassa. Marassa has Johnny McKenzie up ahead. McKenzie goes for a run. Kim and McKenzie 1v1 here. Kim trying to win that ball away and thinks he was fouled there, but it is going to be Highlander ball. That was a good 1v1.
Yeah, very well done there. And once again, it's the body positioning there on the defending side. Great run, though, on the near side. He just about got it back, so we're going to take a look at the replay here. And that one awfully close there. He's able to get a touch on that one there, McKenzie, and hit it off the defender, but maybe just a step ahead on that one. Well defended, though, with the positioning.
Zadrovic will take it. Punts the ball forward. Headed on by Harbourside's Hall. Highlanders trying to come down that left side. Kobe Greaves now back towards the middle. Hagon Kim, who's been on the ball quite a bit early. Kim plays in Bartolillo towards the 18-yard box and taken away. Bahari, nice ball on that left wing. Charging ahead for Harbourside is Bejan. Bejan drops it off towards the middle. Long distance effort, and that was well struck by Tinmouth, but a good block to put that out of play. It is going to be Harbourside ball.
Yeah, that's a great block shot there. You see it. He had about 8 or 9 feet there to work with before he took the shot at the top of the 18 here, but very well defended there. It was a great run here on the near side as well from Aubrey. And this pass right in the middle. You see how much room he had to work with there. Well defended on the block though, but a positive sign once again here for Harbourside.
Ball thrown in high. Bouncing, and once again, Kim will be the first guy there. Kim's outlet towards this near sideline. And a Highlanders run, but unable to get down was midfielder Gregor Smith, and the ball is out of play. Harbourside will take it as we move into minutes number 9 here, and with a Harbourside throw in, it's Johnny McKenzie. Nice work to get the ball back. Farragher. Harbourside will regroup and reload. Hall tips it to the far sideline. Sliding tackle to get the ball out of play there, and that's a good, strong defensive play as Keyshawn Brooks came forward.
Yeah, I like the way Harbourside is able to get the ball from this side all the way over to the far, and it's all on the ground as well. It wasn't one big switch over. You see the ball movement quickly here from Harbourside, and that's obviously a positive sign for them.
Upfield goes Marassa. Maybe a bit of a poor ball there. Marassa tries to get it back, and he will. First ball was poor, but a great recovery by him. Marassa gets it forward and tried to sling it in, and a nice run there by McKenzie to the net.
Yeah, that's just a terrific looking ball. Obviously, you mentioned there, first one probably not his favorite look, but on the second effort, he gets the ball right back and plays a dangerous looking ball right into the middle of the 18. Good look there and a good recovery.
Great recovery, because that first ball, you know he didn't like it, but then a recovery right away and he makes up for it.
And you know, obviously wearing that captain's armband, always giving it the second effort there, so you can see why there. And a good look for Harbourside.
Highlander ball, and once again it's Kim on the near sideline. Gets it forward, and they're coming together, and coming up progressively was Johnny McKenzie. Knocked his man down to the turf, but getting right back up quickly was number 8, Bartolillo.
Yeah, and a good angle there, showing the foul there. Obviously maybe a little bit aggressive in. He goes shoulder to the more so the back. You're trying to aim for that shoulder-to-shoulder contact, but he came in from the back and draws the foul there on Harbourside.
Zadrovic gets the ball forward. Near sideline, Kim. Being watched by Mowbray Bejan. High ball towards the midfield. Nice touch on. Here's a break for Smith. Smith driving towards the 18. Low shot, scores just inside the post. 1-0 Victoria Highlanders.
That just absolutely brilliant from the touch to take that down to the middle, the pace to beat the defender, and then the strike to the far corner. What a goal there from Smith.
That quick cut to get from the right wing into the middle and then slip it low. And you can't put it any better low inside the post than that, in flight on the run.
Absolutely. We saw it in the women's game just a little while ago, that late equalizer. So tough for a goaltender to get to that far post. So we take a look at the replay here. Sliding across the body as well. Obviously you have the option to go to that near side post, but Smith slots that in the bottom corner, and he's going to like that one. An early start here, the Highlanders with the opening goal.
And Kyle Weir plays that well too. It's just a perfect shot by Gregor Smith. 1-0 Victoria. Just a wonderful play on that right flank and into the bottom corner. Harbourside on the ball with McKenzie. McKenzie coming down the left. Tries to play his man in, but Mowbray Bejan could not catch up to that as McKenzie and Mowbray Bejan trying to hook up on that left side.
And they're going to play this one quickly out of the back. Obviously, short play here. Obviously, the rule change in soccer, you're able to touch the ball inside the 18 off the goal kick now. It's still a little bit strange to watch for me, but definitely the players able to use that to their advantage.
Marassa plays it back. Hall. Long ball along the deck. Tinmouth. Nice move to get forward through center. Goes to ground. Ball moved back up. Outside opportunity. That ball to the left just inside the 18 and spinning around with it, trying to get loose is Preston. Ball goes back out to the top where Greaves is. second phase here for the Highlanders, and they're going to back it all the way off to the captain, Rogozinski. 1-0 Highlanders in the 11th minute. Gregor Smith from the right side to the middle with a low shot just inside the post. And there's Gregor Smith working hard to try and get a ball away, but it's Marassa who will drop it back, and once again, Harbourside regrouping in front of Cal Weir. Fergus Hall. Long delivery. Wants to play in McKenzie. Kim was there to make sure that didn't get free, but that was very close to springing Johnny McKenzie.
Yeah, actually a really good job to get ahead on that there. The high swinging ball, he was about 3 steps out of position there, able to leap into the air and get ahead on it. Well defended there from the Highlanders. Big throw-in coming up here. Look at the setup.
McKenzie towards the middle, headed on. Rogozinski gets it forward, still in heavy traffic just outside the 18, and Farragher able to put it on goal, but play had already been whistled.
And one thing just to watch, obviously you can see it on all levels, but take a look at the replay here. That throw-in is essentially like another corner kick. Like, this ball is coming piercing in, so hard to defend, and that's just another element when you add that to the repertoire of things to have in the bag. A great throw in there, and something that basically turns into another corner kick.
Ball moved and headed on, and Harbourside will take it back. Mowbray Bejan scrapping for it, but pass let him down a bit there. Highlander possession. Nice spin move in heavy traffic by Greaves.
Yeah, nicely done there in traffic as well, able to slow things down, and now the Highlanders able to move over to the near side, but quick footwork shown there.
Giesbers to Bartolillo. Kim trying to spring his man 1v1 at Schaefer. Latches onto that ball, takes it to the near sideline. Schaefer takes a look, has his man in the middle. Out all the way back towards center court. Rogozinski moves it to the left side flank. Greaves. Rogozinski again. He and Greaves are playing catch right now. Harbourside doesn't want to press too much in this area of the field. Greaves is able to drop it further back, but with the way that Harbourside is defending, they're at least able to force the Highlanders back deeper into their own territory, and you'll take that field position battle every time. But here's a good ball down that left side. Trying to work free with it is Preston. Preston in a 1v1, gets away. Preston high delivery, looking for Gregor Smith. Smith on that back post. He's the guy that they want to feed, and you can see why. He's had some good early touches. Yeah, and I like that. Really well worked there once again. Obviously, we talk about the high press there. Victoria pushed all the way back to their own end. They're quickly able to move it up that far side of the field, and a good look there as that one just swung to the outside, but another positive sign here from the Highlanders. Minute 16, 1-0 Victoria. Gregor Smith has the tally. Weir starts Harbourside away. Brooks with a nice run to intercept. Again, Highlanders on to it. Greaves with a pull-up. Brooks trying to get a ball in, but well defended. Highlanders able to keep coming up with possession, though. Giesbers near the midfield stripe. Rogozinski. Brooks again, far sideline. Greaves puts the ball in. Return, feed, delivery. That was cut out effectively. Nice work by McKinty. Yeah, and that's a cheeky pass there off the back heel, trying to catch Harbourside off guard there, and that one sent into maybe the swimming pool there. Wow. I think that's ball was reporting for recess at Nanaimo District Secondary School. Ball back to the keeper, Weir. Long outlet, just trying to relieve some pressure, but Bejan with a good run. Giesber's got his foot on it, and it'll be chased towards this near sideline, and a throw-in opportunity. McKenzie, Tinmouth. Farragher in the middle. Marassa. Bahari. Bahari steps back to this near sideline, McKenzie. Bahari, nice delivery. puts it forward, and there was Bejan, and Mowbray Bejan just about made contact there. Beautiful ball in.
Yeah, that was brilliantly worked there for Bahari. You see it on this near side. He's a player that the ball is going to go through quite a bit here tonight, and just about there. Delivered essentially exactly as he wanted to. Obviously not the final result, but well worked there from Harbourside.
Highlander ball. Feed towards Smith, and play whistle down on that near sideline. It's going to be Harbourside ball, and the captain Marassa will take it as we are in now minute 18 here. 1-0 Victoria Highlanders. Boot cutouts in midfield and bounced forwards by Bartolillo. Oh, and a heavy going to ground there for Schaefer, and
that's got to be a card, I think.
We will see what the official calls here. But yeah, that was a heavy going to ground there, no question about it. It's David Schaefer.
See if we can, yeah, we'll take a look at the replay here. This one, fortunately, just untimed, and you see the slide in here about probably a second late there. Sliding tackle near the middle of the field, and our first card of the game.
David Schmidt-Schwede is today's head referee. Women's game, the officials, for the most part, didn't have to get involved, but that was quite a coming together here in the early portion of this first half. Harbourside FC, Victoria Highlanders, their first ever Vancouver Island derby, and the women's game was a real treat, ending in a 1-1 draw. Harbourside scoring in the first half, and in the second half stoppage time, the Highlanders getting the tire. Weir sets it up now. Ball on this far sideline. Driven towards center courts, off the boot of Bahari. Tinmouth bringing up Harbourside, has McKenzie, tried to put it through the middle. Mowbray Bejan was making the run, but now in transition, the Highlanders. Looping ball on that left sideline. Preston's trying to move through, he's got Schaefer with him as well. Preston hangs on, puts it towards the middle. Ball along the deck. Brooks, one touches it, gets it back, he's the distributor. Nice ball in, touchdown by Preston. Racing down low towards the corner flag is Greaves as well, and the ball is out of play. But some nice little one-touch work with the passing from the Highlanders.
Yeah, the Highlanders look really dialed right now. Their passes are right on, and you can see it on their counterattacks as well. And once again, at the far side, it's a quick one-touches, and once again worked there, just out of the reach now. But I like the look here, and a good start for Victoria.
You have to be completely understanding and on the same page as your teammates if you're going to play those little short one-touch balls. It looks like simple football, but it's really not.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the chemistry once again there being shown, and you just got to be so in tune with each other, know where you're going to be. Controlling a one-touch pass is very difficult as well, so not even having to take that second touch, but I like it here from Victoria.
There is a ball forward, and you can see looking up at the sky was McKinty, thinking he might have a break, but it didn't materialize for him. Some contact with Bejan and coming together with Bartolillo. Zadrovic, the goalkeeper. Rogozinski feeds up the far sideline. Ball over the top. Opportunity here for Brooks. Brooks has two men in the middle. Brooks' ball deflected away. Gregor Smith takes it inside the 18. Gets it across. Ball booted in, but it's well closed down and defended. Great work by Bejan to get back defensively there and break that up, and now he comes away with the ball. Mowbray Bejan.
Yeah, what a great job to track back there.
Here's Marassa. McKenzie on the outside. Farragher. Farragher runs towards the middle. Sets it up on the far side. Highlanders backing off here, allowing Harbourside to gain midfield. Long ball through, Bejan on the run, and Zadrovic able to come and close that down. Rogozinski, the captain, deals it back to him. Giesbers. Out to the sideline, Kim. Nice move away from Bejan. Ball touched back, and Kim wants to take it. Throwing back to his defense. Here's a good press from Harbourside, but the ball does go out of play. Right near the sideline, and McKenzie will just put it back towards the fencing here. And nice to see a strong crowd, and the crowd picking up after the women's game, and this is an even better crowd here for the men's end to the night.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. What a perfect way to start the long weekend as well. I know if I wasn't on the call here with you tonight, I would probably enjoy myself down here, and a great place to do it. The temperature's definitely coming down a bit as well, but it's a great crowd.
Bahari for Harbourside, taking on 3 defenders, gets by one with a low shot and just deflected. That deflection helped Zadrovic to make the save.
Yeah, quick reflexes there, pardon me. Well done there. And Bahari once again on the ball here for Nanaimo, and he's definitely going to be a player to watch here tonight.
Long ball from Preston. Smith in a 1v1. Got a touch with his shoulder to try and get it past McKenzie. Johnny McKenzie near sideline. Up ahead, Bejan drops it towards the middle. 1-0 Highlanders. 23rd minute. Harbourside FC towards center. Dedam working with it. Farragher. From the far sideline, Dedam. Ball to the middle. Bejan works it back to that right side. McKenzie wanted the ball, but it was effectively intercepted, and Highlanders taking it away. A good job again by Kim. Long delivery and a good one touch to take the ball down from Schaefer. Highlander ball up. They start through the middle, and some real estate here. Preston ran into 2 defenders, but somehow kept the ball. Ball put in, but right to the Harbourside defender, and that gives Farragher a chance to come forward. Long ball. Tinmouth on the run. Rogozinski's there, trying to marshal him away. Tinmouth, a nice job here to keep going, but excellent work by the defender. Tinmouth couldn't get anything, but I think he has won a corner.
Yeah, well, good job there to earn the corner. And something that I've noticed here in the first part of this game, and I was really starting to utilize that right side of the field on their counterattacks. I'd expect as this game starts to progress, they try and move the ball closer to this left side. The defending there is starting to be shown at the far side of the pitch, but definitely something that we're starting to see here on the characteristic counterattacks.
Tinmouth from the corner flag has players in motion. And the ball headed on and out as Fergus Hall was able to get ahead to it. He made contact, but was leaning a little bit, so he couldn't direct it how he wanted.
Yeah, good swinging ball into the middle there. Maybe a little bit high. Obviously, on the corner kicks, the more pace you can get it on, the better, as you can try to direct that with a little more power towards the front. But a good look there on the corner for Nanaimo as they look for an equalizer.
Daniel Zadrovic starting play again for the Victoria Highlanders. Doesn't have anybody for a short outlet, so this is likely going into the swarm in the midfield, and this is where those one-man, one-on-one battles are so critical. Bejan wins that, nice header ahead, and Bahari just in an offside position, and he was hoping that he might be able to get free into a 1v1, but the offside was called.
Yeah, that was well knocked down there through the middle, and you talk about the one-on-one battles. It's not just winning the first header, it's winning the second ball that comes down off the header as well through the air. So Nanaimo, good job there, just a step offside though.
Brooks trying to get loose, moving down that left side inside the 18, cuts to the middle with a shot, and it's deflected away towards the end line. Keyshawn Brooks making some nice runs off that left side. He's down to his knees though right now.
Yeah, a good run there once again into the middle. Hopefully he's going to be able to continue on in this one. But a quick counter attack the other way, and a good block shot though, and Victoria earns another corner here on this near side.
For a guy listed as a defender on our sheet, boy, is he getting up there.
Yeah, I would say that he's definitely starting to utilize his pace quite a bit here. Definitely a couple good looks here in the early goings for Victoria. And as we take a look at the replay here, nice cut into the middle and utilizing that run from the near side.
And it was just a coming together after he got the ball out. As you can see, there's the slide and a good piece of contact on the ball as well. High service, Kim's trying to run it down. Preston deep on the left side, arcs it towards the middle, punted forward, and back towards center court. Ball moved in by Ando. Brooks once again. A step and now a spin. Gregor Smith, the man all the way back in the game's goal scorer, 1-0 Highlanders. Callum Weir will take it just inside his own 18, and the Harbourside goalie knocks it on towards Marassa. Marassa looking ahead. Suka Beheri. Beheri gets by his man, gets by a second. 2 wonderful moves, but play is called, and that was 2 fantastic moves to get by defenders, but ultimately snuffed out before he could make something happen.
Yeah, showing off some impressive footwork there as we take a look at the replay once again. But it's just taking the ball as close as you can to the defender and then having that quick movement once again. It's one thing just to have the quick feet, but able to take on the defender and make them bite into the move there. You've seen it there from Beheri, and once again, he's playing a huge factor in this contest.
Stopped only by the sideline that time. Farragher for Harbourside. Mowbray Bejan. McKenzie. McKenzie knifing through defenders. Tinmouth. Beheri lost it this time. Ball towards the near sideline and over and out. Very impressed at some of the close ball control here.
Yeah, you can see the passing is definitely very crisp here, and you can see the chemistry. Obviously, we've talked about it quite a bit early in the season. It's definitely being shown here tonight, though. Very good passing and ball control here.
Well, the guy with the first goal in Harbourside FC history, Suka Beheri, and he's the guy that looks like if anyone's going to generate something for Harbourside, he looks like he might be the guy.
Absolutely. It definitely looks like something could come off the end of his foot here tonight. Just so remarkable on the ball. His first touch is definitely top tier here for Harbourside.
There was Gregor Smith open again. Ball didn't quite reach him, but that's a Highlanders play to try and isolate Smith on that right flank. He's got 1 goal already. He had a second great opportunity. That was nearly a third. Bartolillo to the outside. Kim. Nicely dispossessed there. Bejan thought that should be Harbourside ball, but it's not going to be. Or is it? Oh, it is going to be Mackenzie's ball, so you don't often win the argument, but I think he won that one. Marassa. Tinmouth. Long across the field. What a beautiful May night here at Kinnistook Stadium.
Yeah, it's a tough place to start off the weekend for sure. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, very fortunate to be here for this first Vancouver Island derby on such a great night. 1-0 Highlanders, and watching the ball go out of play is Caden Rogozinski, and the man wearing the captain's armband for Victoria will likely be the guy to take this throw.
Once again, pushing that ball to the far right side of the field. We've seen all their counterattacks essentially go through that far side. We saw an adjustment in the first game from the Highlanders. We'll see if the Harbourside's able to do the same here in this, and maybe going into the second half here. But just really starting to push the ball to the right side a lot more.
There's a free ball, and Farragher moves it towards the middle. Tinmouth loading, but he couldn't get it through the defense. He got it back. Second opportunity. Tinmouth taking off the ball. Highlanders look for a transition. High downfield ball. The first guy up there was number 11, David Schaefer, but they couldn't play him in. And now we might see maybe a card here as that knockdown right in the center circle, and there's a yellow card against the Victoria Highlanders. I believe that was Bartolillo who got it.
Going to even up the tally here on the yellow cards here.
Tinmouth and Bartolillo, and a little stumble by Bartolillo, and then he took down Tinmouth right at the end.
Yeah, a little desperation mode there. There's going to be some separation going the other way, maybe on the counterattack for Harbourside. Evens up the tally, though, on the yellow card count.
And you would have to think that the more that we see of these island derbies, the more physical they're going to be. It's going to be physical football. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, and you love the rivalries being formed in the early goings here, just 30 minutes in. We can expect to continue to grow.
Tinmouth moves it towards the middle. Might get another chance. Smith nearly dispossessed by Beheri. Beheri works the ball free, but it's going to be a foul, and Beheri can't believe that he was called for the foul. Boy, is he slick.
He is. He's just so quick on the ball. And a nice turn back in the middle, but Beheri's so quick on him there.
Ando did well to draw the foul, but Beheri was putting him in knots, no question. Long boot from Zadrovic. Headed high and deep, but this is Highlander ball. Brooks gets it ahead. They're trying to play in Gregor Smith one more time, the game's goal scorer. Bartolillo moving towards the middle. Ball taken away. 1v1 on the near sideline. Highlanders get it back. Bartolillo looks to the front. High service, headed on. The Highlanders come ahead, and they recover the ball. Kim, back to his defense. Giesbers. Rogozinski. Minute 33 here, 1-0 Highlanders. Zadrovic from his own 18-yard box.
Very patient with it here as well, and no rush to move it forward.
Kim heads it on and out. Not the way that the Highlanders wanted to come forward there, but Harbourside will take it. Matt Marassa. We are talking to his teammates directing traffic. 3 Highlanders swarm the ball and get it back. Zadrovic running out. Just plays it safely away from everybody, and Weir comes out, and now he's going to drive it high as it basically goes goalie to goalie. A stumble. Harbourside ball, but that stumble, where it looked like it was going to bring a Harbourside opportunity, Tony, it really didn't.
Absolutely, and once again, I'll talk about it here, but just look on this left side flank. Every time that Nanaimo comes in the counter attack here, it seems to be wide open. I've seen McKenzie up from that left back position several times here calling for the ball. I suspect they're going to try and utilize that. Maybe the coaching staff seeing the same thing here, but that ball was just sent high into the air.
Rogozinski. Zadrovic. Long boot once again. Nice job to get a touch on it there. Schaefer. Now it's Preston. Preston for Schaefer inside the 18. Smith going to join him, and the offside flag goes up, and Harbourside won't like the late kick to the net after, and that's a yellow card.
Yeah, that's just not a good card to take there. You know it's going to come if you're going to take a shot after the whistle there, and Harbourside obviously wasn't happy when the shot came, but a yellow card that comes every time you shoot after the whistle there. Just an unsportsmanlike play there, and one he probably wants to have back.
Well, Schaefer was upset to see the flag go up there, and emotions got the better of him, no doubt. Long ball towards McKenzie. Kim gets there. Marassa. Mowbray Bejan. McKenzie. Moving it back again, Marassa. Harbourside FC looking to get forward. Numbers on this near sideline. Tinmouth. McKenzie. McKenzie 1v1. Nice move. Gets by Smith. Delivery, but it was deflected and then shot away towards the sideline. Harbourside with the recovery, but nice job to marshal that ball out of play. Bartolillo got there, and he was aggressive in making the tackle.
You can hear all of the chatter out there as well. Definitely a loud one, and the guys trying to get the thing sorted as quickly as they can here.
Oh, look at that service. McKinty getting behind the defender. That was a good read. The ball just a bit too high and hard.
Yeah, good look there once again for Bahari, and we suspect if anything's going to come on the offensive side, it's probably going to come either built from his foot or finished with him there. And a good look at the swinging ball over to that far side looking for the run.
McKinty stayed down for a moment. I don't think he was shaken up. I think just frustrated. He knows that was so close to being a chance. Preston on the ball for the Highlanders. Schaefer, but he couldn't get it away. Bejan lifts it forward. A ball way too far for Bahari, and just a bit of a miscue as they tried to latch up. Rogozinski. Greaves. Rogozinski again. Zadrovic. Giesbers as they move it all the way around to the Victoria Highlanders. Long outlet towards that right flank. Gregor Smith open again inside the 18. Smith, oh, and he put it right across the face of goal. And the guy that took the yellow card for frustration will be happy that that one went by. I don't think so, as that one was in the vicinity of Schaefer, just in behind. What a grade A chance gone begging.
Yeah, great look there on the counter attack. A lucky play, but just out of the reach, swung right across the top of the 18.
Suka Bahari loses possession, gets it back, works to the middle, and Smith took him down. Yellow card against Gregor Smith, and Bahari shaken up, and that was a coming together and might have taken one on the ankle.
And every time Bahari gets the ball, you see how quickly he gets man-marked, even 2 on him there, and that's a challenge you don't really like to see late. And we're going to take a look at it here. Bahari, a great move into the middle.
And look how quick those first 3 steps are, and yeah, just had his legs cut out from underneath. And
slow to his feet now. Obviously hope he's able to continue on here, but he is having himself quite a start to this contest here.
A flurry of yellow cards in this first half, and Hussein Bahari, known as Suka Bahari, back to his feet as we'll take a look at some Highlander joy.
Yeah, this play here, just the top of the 18, a great look there, just goes underneath his leg, and that would have been a glorious opportunity there to extend their lead to 2. And another one here on the bounce, the pass into the middle by Smith, just behind the pace of play there, but the Highlanders that close to extending their lead to 2.
Tinmouth, low delivery. Don't think the one that he wanted, but the ball goes back to him. McKenzie puts it across on the opposite side. McKinty moves it in. Bahari cutting left. Tinmouth moving towards the area. Tinmouth getting by Smith, trying to take him on. He knows he's on a yellow, so that's the guy he wants to take on. Ball to the middle, Farragher. Marassa on the far side, ball to the sideline, and running it down there was Coburn, but couldn't come up with it in time. Tough break there for Harbourside.
Yeah, I like that move over to the far side of the field, trying to open things up a little bit there, just out of the reach. And once again, the turf playing a big factor there with that one running out of reach. But positive look here for Nanaimo.
40th minute, 1-0 Highlanders. Gregor Smith down the right wing. Smith towards the middle. Ball on his left foot. Knifes it across. Brooks got the head on it, but off of him and outs. And so much when the Highlanders come up is Gregor Smith down that right side flank.
Yeah, he's making himself well known in this contest. Obviously has the goal, a couple passes through the middle as well, but he looks very dangerous out there for the Highlanders.
11 returning players for the Highlanders from last year's team, a 3-win team in 2022. And of course, for Harbourside, it's a brand new contingent, their first year in BC League One soccer. And the first ever matchup and the first of many here on this Friday night of the long weekend. Ball on that far sideline. Brooks trying to get forward. Now it's moved into Preston. Preston wanted to deliver, but I don't think Gregor Smith wanted to make that run, and the timing just a little bit off.
Yeah, tough play there. Obviously trying to open things up a little bit here. Smith wasn't ready for that one there, but I mean, that was a fast-paced ball through the middle. Maybe a chance there just to slow things down a little. Obviously, the Highlanders saw something there, and they're trying to pounce and grab a 2-goal lead.
Marassa to Tinmouth. Tinmouth gets the ball forward. Bejan, Marassa. Suka Bahari. High delivery, Johnny McKenzie trying to run onto it, but bounced away quickly. Bahara once again. Now it's Kim. Zadrovic, the goaltender. Long ball, Brooks takes it nicely. Short outlet, now the Highlanders will regroup.
And once again, that passing and chemistry shown here, just slowly working from the back, but very confidently so when they're doing it. And you see another crisp pass there, brilliantly into the middle.
Preston high ball, Brooks on that far sideline. You know that Schaefer wants to get that ball again, and that's where it goes, but just out of the reach of his outstretched foot one more time. Marassa forward. Ball intercepted, and as Bartolillo tried to get away, This is going to be Harbourside possession in a minute number 42 now. Good quick first half. And in the women's game earlier, we did not see, I think, any stoppage time in the first half. We might not see much here in the first half of this men's game.
Yeah, been very quick pace. Obviously, a couple stoppages for the yellow cards, but don't expect much being added on here into the first.
Hall gets the ball forward. No delivery yet. Farragher just plays it across from Marassa. On his own on that left side. Now his mates come to join him. So he plays in Bahari. Suka Bahari. Drives it across. Move to the sideline. Nice run towards the middle. Ball ahead. Bejan was in the vicinity. So was Tinmouth. The Highlanders will transition. Ball down. Schaefer running. Weir comes up with a high boot. Kim gets a touch on it and does well to run it down too so it doesn't get over that near sideline.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get that there after that first touch, but a nice job from Kim. And I've liked his first half here so far for Victoria.
Boy, he's looked solid at the back. Bartolillo with a one-touch. Tinmouth able to get away from that. Sprinting down that near sideline. Just inside the corner flag to the middle, but it bounces away. And taken back by Victoria. Greaves drops it. Kim, service towards the center. Marassa gets away from two. Marassa, first touch let him down, and now it's Victoria. Preston through center. Preston moves it back to the 44th minute now in this first half. Gregor Smith, the only goal, low to the bottom corner. Minute 11. Kim playing some catch on this right-hand side. Just delivers it back, and it'll roll all the way back to Zadrovic.
Yeah, and they look perfectly content right now, just moving it from the back, taking their time. Obviously a one-goal lead here, but maybe expect maybe a little bit higher press push here from Nanaimo as the second half comes our way here. But Victoria seems to be very happy, just slowly moving the ball from the back right now.
And I don't think we've seen the end of the Highlanders pressing. I'm not going to think that in the second half they're going to try and nurse a 1-0 lead. But right now, certainly they have laid off a little bit. And I think content to take 1-0 to the half.
Absolutely, and that's what it looks like right now. And with the high-octane offense that we know they have, you can definitely expect to see it more in the second half.
McKenzie down the left side towards the middle. Short delivery in. And the ball just nestled away. And this should be a Harbourside corner.
And you see it there. There is McKenzie finally being utilized here on that left side. They're able to get a corner kick out of this. But I like the play here over to the near side. McKenzie able to get it over, and a corner kick up coming here in the late stages of the first half.
Bahari will be the guy to take it. Bahari puts it in, bouncing all the way across to the other sideline. Can McKinty keep this in? Looks like he will. McKinty, Farragher, high ball into the area, and coming out to grab it, Zadrovic, and that's a brave play by the keeper and a good catch.
Yeah, good job there to get up and grab that one as well. Great ball here into the middle, and to be able to get up there, grab that one down, and hang on, and the final moments here.
We're at 45 minutes, so we'll see if this is the last possession here for the Highlanders as they're trying to move down that right side. Bartolillo dropping it back, Kim.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute.
1 minute added on, so we won't have much time as Kim
time.
puts it back to his goalkeeper, Zadrovic. Zadrovic with a long boot. Brooks in the vicinity, but the ball goes by him, and Harbourside looking for one late push. Farragher. Ball in for Dadam. Puts it down the right sideline. Rogozinski just wanting to make sure it gets out, and that's a smart defensive play. Knew that he was being pursued from behind and just stood his ground.
Yeah, Nanaimo trying to move up there. That was probably the last offensive sequence of this first half here, but Well worked there to position that one to the outside and draw a goal kick here for the Highlanders.
Long boots, and that will do it for the opening half. 1-0 Victoria Highlanders, and a fantastic goal. If you're looking to get a goal that brings you out of your seat, certainly for the Victoria Highlanders, Gregor Smith doing that. The home fans not liking it, but you have to appreciate brilliance when you see it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see a good goal, you gotta respect it. That was exactly what we saw. The touch, the movement up top, and then the brilliant finish there. And a 1-goal Highlanders lead heading into the second.
Gregor Smith in minute 11, 1-0 Harbourside, trailing Victoria Highlanders. When we come back, we'll have second half action from Kickinishtook Stadium.
Shaw Spotlight's mission is to celebrate, engage, and connect our communities, sharing a broad spectrum of in-depth stories featuring fascinating people, interesting places, and inspiring stories from across our amazing country. Canada is home to vast diversity, heartwarming humanity, and unforgettable experiences, all of which can be viewed anytime, anywhere on our social channels.
And now, the starting lineup for your VIU Mariners! I don't want to be the main focus of entertainment for the crowd. The athletes are the show. And so there's that fine line of respecting what they're doing, but also boosting and showing your appreciation for what they're doing.
Yes! Mackenzie Cox!
And the crazy thing about announcing is, too, that you can't take a play off.
Mariners basketball.
I must admit, people often will be like, yeah, they hear the hip hop beats, and then his buddy's like, hey, the announcer, he's doing that. What? Yeah, watch. I get that a lot. I think that's just really cool. For 2 hours every game, it's just go, go, go.
Oh my! Tori Odom magic!
I guess it's not for everyone, but wow, is it ever a rush for me.
The biggest thing is to do it, to not wait for the moment or when the time is right. You always had, when you were a little kid, the thought that this might be fun, maybe I'll like it. And then as I started to do it, it was more fun and I liked it more. You're not grinding away at a job you don't like, just working for the dollars and cents involved. You're doing something that, quite honestly, you would like to do anyway, even if there wasn't any pay for it. So to have that dream come true, to be able to work in two sports that dovetail each other so perfectly. I'm in an arena almost every month of the year. It's a fantastic tradition to be a part of, and it is special. Hansen moving ahead, looking towards the net. Johansson trying to swim through the shot. Bowden trying to stop it, and it leaks behind him for a goal. Beautiful play there. I don't think I ever realized that it was something that could be a career. I always enjoyed it. I was a bit of a ham. I had a problem with my feet that was going to allow me to not ever skate. So I knew I was never going to play ice hockey.
3, 2, 1.
So I fell in love with road hockey and played road hockey hours and hours growing up. I was always talking through it, announcing for myself and my friends, announcing table hockey games, road hockey games. Just always did it for fun. And I always felt I was pretty good at it. My friends always enjoyed when I would do it.
Puts it on goal, Brasso scores on the rebound.
But as I started to think in grade 11 and 12, what comes next? There wasn't anything specific about how to be a play-by-play announcer. But I had an instructor who I knew was sports-minded, and I said, I really want to try and develop this skill. What can I do? And he gave great advice, which is just go and do it. And so I would take a recorder and I would go to minor hockey games or junior hockey games and record myself doing play-by-play. And sometimes I didn't even know who the players were. Sometimes it was very generic, number 11 to number 12. It was that basic and simple to start out with, but a great way to develop skills. Up floor goes Wiedemann. Nanaimo looking for another transition tally. Wiedemann shoots, scores in the top corner, Adam Wiedemann. At the very beginning of internet online broadcasting, I was able to do some lacrosse games that people would listen to and comment on. Zach Mans bringing up the offense. That was where I really started to do full games of commentary. Knows the double team is coming, put it in front for Zach Mans. A shot and a great stop by Bowden. The first time I was legitimately doing hockey play-by-play in 2000.
Hugh Larkin over the line right side, driving to the goal, centering pass, they score! What a rush by Larkin.
I got hired to be the voice of the Penticton Panthers. I'm thankful that Penticton was really, really desperate because they took a chance hiring me with literally a homemade demo tape that on the label had me writing on it in felt pen.
Brosso's got two guys on him, but he got it loose for Yanni Caldas in close, trying to jam play. Then a shot by Brosso, scores! Devin Brosso, lucky number 13 on the year.
Had no idea what I was getting into, but within a month, I was on the radio in Penticton announcing my first ever hockey game for real. I was incredibly nervous.
There's a centering pass, a chance all over in front, they score! Larkin! 3-0 Cowichan.
I had a little bit of an aptitude for it. I could tell that right away. If I could just develop some skills and get over being nervous, I thought it might work.
Rempel at the blue line, cutting right, stick handling, great move, walks in, Rempel puts it on goal, Brosso scores on the rebound.
Hockey's a little bit tougher when it comes to the keeping up because it's a bit scrambly and the puck is going from team to team and stick to stick.
Coming through center, but he couldn't take the puck away from Gavin Gould to the Clipper line. Hookinson belted him down.
Whereas lacrosse, it's more fluid. Possession tends to last for a longer time. Rowe coming ahead with Smith there, 2-on-1. Rowe for Smith, shooting one, Bowden a big save down on his knees. But both move at a very high pace, and that's part of the fun. The fluidity and the pace of what you're doing, where your cadence is very high and your excitement level can be very high because there's a lot happening. McComber flip ball, John Phillips, look, shoots, scores in the top corner, John Phillips. I would like to go to the highest level possible. And whatever that is for me, make that your NHL, make that your National Lacrosse League. And I think if you can do that, you're always going to have the right level of enjoyment. Krosick to the middle for Armstrong in tight, faking. Oh, Claxton coming across. 22 years of announcing. If it stops being fun, that'll be the day that I'll know it's time to do something else and maybe go get a real job for the first time ever. McComber making moves, spinning. McComber in alone, scores! Teosha Tate McComber, an overtime winner in Nanaimo.
I was heavily influenced by Jim Robson, the voice of the Vancouver Canucks for so many years. He's a great mentor and friend. Jim Houston, the consummate professional, and of course Bob Cole for his excitement and just that old school style. Good evening, everybody. Bob Cole, Harry Neal from the Gardens in Toronto.
I really enjoy just being different in the water. It's very graceful, it's very beautiful, and I love to feel that way in the water as an athlete and help my athletes feel that way.
It's pretty amazing having somebody like her that's done so well and won nationals be your coach and have somebody like guide you through this experience.
She's been like a hero of mine as an athlete, and then she became my coach. She's just down to earth and really humble and genuine in both roles.
I kind of bring back memories from when I was their age and when I was training and kind of show them that there are steps you have to take. Obviously it takes time and a lot of practice, but that it is possible. When they all come together and they're on their teams together, it makes it quite fun and quite enjoyable for me to coach, and that's probably the most rewarding part of it.
Women wrestling, when I broke into the business, was a joke. You had to fit the cookie cutter mold of what men wanted to see on the screen that had nothing to do with athleticism or ability. It was really taboo that I wrestled dudes. But I'm bigger than the man, so what's the issue?
Out of the corner. Oh! High risk is right. Oh my goodness! By his ears. Oh!
Let's be real. Wrestling is entertainment. I'm just a wrestler and I just want to wrestle.
I'll take the postgame for
I
sure.
don't care what your gender is. But I also care when people get upset that it's man versus a woman, because I feel like I fought for that right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Extreme.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a boxer, and my mom didn't want me to because she thought I'd break my nose, but wrestling was fake. So I was blown away that there was a pro wrestling school in nowhere, Prince George, BC. Like, what are the odds? My mom took me to go check it out. and we walked in there to see this 350-pound man with a mohawk and no shirt on. And my mom says to me, "Are you sure you want to be here?" Me and her had a good talk about it. They were willing to let me train in the ring as long as there was parental consent. The day after my 14th birthday, I literally had my first class. So my first wrestling character was under a mask. Pyro, worse gear, like it was just very backyardy. Because I wrestled dudes all the time and I was quite young, my trainer said to me, "They don't want to hit you and it looks bad. So hit them a couple times and they'll change their tune." When I hit people, it's pretty solid. Wrestling means so much to me. I have literally given my body to this.
When they're finally on the same page, and oh my goodness! Oh no! The chair!
I live for it. While I'm in that ring, I'm bigger than the average person.
Tonight I have another point to prove, because that's what I do. Get up, Rhea!
Straight out of your nightmares, Rhea Von Slasher.
When a crowd is chanting your name and is so invested in what you're doing, or really wants you to get up, or really wants you to fight back, you feed off of that.
And is she thinking, Hurricane Rana from the top?
Without wrestling, I'm just your average person working a normal job, and I never wanted that for myself. I struggled with mental illness. It became a therapy for me, and there was times where I can honestly say wrestling saved my life. I am my own worst critic, and I always find it funny because, you know, you'll have a match. People, "Oh, wow, that was a good match," but shut up, it sucked. What I need to do to put on my best show, get out of my own head would be the answer. I don't think I've ever put on my best show, because there's always something you could have done better. There's always something that could have gone smoother. It's great to always push you to want to be better, but when are you satisfied? It's kind of a double-edged sword there, so. Is there an end? I think my body needs an end of in-ring.
Open your eyes, Rhea, open your eyes! Oh my goodness!
Will I always be around it in some capacity? Yes.
And the Queen of Extreme, she's fired up.
Oh no! No!
At this stage of my life and my career, I just want to leave the next generation, you know, with better opportunities and better learning, or being treated better. I feel like it's gotten a lot better, but I want to make sure my area is taken care of. What does my husband think about me being a wrestler? Well, I am married to Cremator Von Slasher, so.
The one, the only Cremator Von Slasher.
You know, we make it work.
We only played with one ball back then. There's 6 in this game, so it's a little bit different. It's way faster.
I was a little bit timid at first, but I definitely grew on me, and I'm not afraid of balls anymore. I'm not afraid to get hit.
You don't usually get out and throw balls around at strangers for an hour. You know, coming out once a week is awesome. You just release some pent-up energy.
Getting ready for the second half kickoff here at Kinnistuck Stadium. Victoria Highlanders 1 and Harbourside FC 0. We'll take a look momentarily at some first half highlights, but very entertaining.
Yeah, it was a great half overall. Obviously, we saw some high skill on the goal overall. The passing's been very crisp. Great start here for the first Island Derby between Victoria and Nanaimo.
We'll get to take a look at the goal, especially by Gregor Smith, who had an excellent first half, and maybe even some runs from Suka Bahari, who was dynamite for Harbourside FC.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we're going to expect a goal maybe from Harbourside, it's probably going to be off the foot of Bahari as we take a look at the highlights here. What a finish it was from Smith. He's able to slot that into the bottom corner, and it gets us set here for a big second half.
We are getting underway in half number 2, 1-0 Highlanders FC. You just saw the goal by Gregor Smith, a dazzling run down that right side. And Tony, we saw rates at the second half startup in the women's game. The substitutions started. I'm thinking maybe it's more at the hour mark in the men's game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Obviously, the heat was much more of a factor in that first game as well, so the body's maybe a little more tired here. We'll see. I'm expecting the same thing, especially if the Harbourside continues to trail on this game here as they look to get back into things.
Ball put to that far sideline, and Harbourside trying to get to it with McKenzie. Tinmouth waiting for the throw, but it goes backwards instead. Here's Marassa. Matt Marassa punches the ball. McKinty coming down this right side wing. Plays the ball in. It goes away from Farragher and back to Marassa.
How about the setting as well? Under the lights here on this Friday night. Pretty tough to beat if you ask me, and just a perfect place to kick off this Island Derby.
One substitute I've noticed, Declan Brown, right number 13, in for Harbourside. So the substitutions did come right at the halftime break, at least with Brown. One notice substitute for Harbourside. A move towards that net. Once again, it was Gregor Smith, and he continues to challenge Harbourside defenders.
Yeah, well defended there as well. Smith's making his impact known once again, able to make that quick run, but brilliantly defended there. Obviously results in a corner kick here for Victoria, but a good play there to keep that to the outside, and we have an early corner kick here to kick off the second half.
Ball taken all the way out to that corner flag on the far side of the field, and now you see the Highlanders start to swarm in inside the 18-yard box. High delivery near post, nudged on and booted towards the net, but once again a block as Tinmouth got there and Weir bumped into, and is that going to be a yellow card or at least a talking to from the official? It's a talking to for sure.
Yeah, that was an aggressive move there as he came in there quickly on Weir. And maybe a substitution as well, potentially for Victoria. I believe that was Gordon Hall out there.
So a second half substitution for both teams already. Gordon Hall wearing 17 for the Highlanders, and into the face of Callum Weir. Ball ahead for Declan Brown on this right side. Brown puts it low on the deck, hoping for Tinmouth. Taken away by Greaves. Nice move, Preston, on this near sideline, but checked in time as the ball was knocked by McKinty.
That was such a good touch there from Preston, able to put it between his legs.
Bartolillo with a good run. Moves it in for Schaefer, top of the box, couldn't get it through. Harbourside on the ball was Suka Bahari, but that was looking dangerous for the Highlanders.
Yeah, fearless shot block there, getting quickly into the lane was Hall, but nicely done there. A hard shot there. That had a good look to it, but well defended from Nanaimo.
McKinty on the right. Farragher. Farragher puts it backwards, and that gives Marassa lots of room. Suka Bahari. Reese Farragher. Long ball, Declan Brown, the second half sub. Coming together with Kim, and Kim shaken up there as there was contact high with that ball in and around the head of both players. And was it head on head, shoulder on head? Kim is down.
Yeah, you definitely don't like to see that regardless the situation. We hope Kim's able to get up under his own power here. That ball obviously was swung far from the other side of the pitch. Didn't see it. And we'll take a look at the replay here. I think might have been head to head on this one here.
Yeah, hard to really get a good look from that side angle, but definitely a high coming together for that aerial ball with Brown and Kim.
Great to see Kim. Looks like he's up and okay as well. Obviously, that's the big thing here. And
look out, Preston again trying to get loose, but unable to do so. Harbourside ball, but that was looking once again. And Schaefer and Preston both have just missed on a couple of good chances and runs.
Yeah, they've looked really good out there together. And this top three here moving forward for the Highlanders, you can see they've kind of isolated themselves. They're working very well together here tonight.
Marassa, Bahari. Little touch pass to the far sideline. Ball put through. Tinmouth trying to stride to get it. Can't quite. Highlander ball.
And Tinmouth has had himself quite a contest here. Obviously, we've talked about Bahari quite a bit in this game here. Tinmouth so quick on the ball as well. You see him in that wing position. Definitely a player I could see playing a big factor here in the second half.
And a player that looks like Bahari wants to service in those open areas.
Absolutely. The two of them definitely have that connection brewing.
Marassa with a heavy step in. Victoria ball. And the Highlanders will come ahead with Ando. Greaves. Ando again. Rogozinski. Ball to the middle, and the Dom was trying to rush at it. Giesmers gets it forward. Ball down the flank, but well intercepted, and Harbourside tries to take advantage of it. Strong run, almost an interception there by the Highlanders, but the ball now goes deep and out of play.
Nice spin move at the far side. The Highlanders were screaming for a handball there as that one was played into the midsection area. They're not going to get into that one. Of course, it's got to be, if they're going to be ball called down on that one, it's got to be hand to ball, not ball to hand. And in that situation, definitely a ball to hand.
Nice touch on from Schaefer. Gregor Smith out wide, ball to the middle, and there was Schaefer making the run, but it didn't get through. And the ball played out wisely into touch to just stop that foray.
It's been a great start here to the second half for Victoria. We talked about it. They seemed content moving into the beginning of the second half with a 1-goal lead, but definitely turning on the attack now.
Ball out of play. I think that's probably still going to be a throw-in and not a corner, but it is taken very deep in Harbourside territory. 1-0 in the 52nd minute. Victoria Highlanders on the first half goal in the 11th minute by Gregor Smith. Rolling ball to this far sideline. Put high and on net, and Weir made the save. I think that was intended for Schaefer in front, but it went right to Weir.
Yeah, good job there to read that one and grab that one quickly. Nice piercing ball flight on that one there, but like you mentioned, looks like he was trying to get that one in front. Weir, though, able to grab that one and no rebound either.
Harbourside ahead. Dadam, nice one-touch. Didn't quite read it with Mowbray Bejan as that one-touch ball eluded Dadam coming the other way. Kim towards the middle. Tinmouth went to ground, and so did the player that he got. That was Ando. And will the card come out? No, from today's head referee, and we've seen a bunch of yellow cards already.
Yeah, and we can see this one here, maybe just a little bit late and from behind as well. Looks like he clipped a bit of the ball at that same time as well, which maybe helps his cause for not getting a yellow, and looks like potential substitution here at the far side for Victoria.
Highlanders substitution into the game.
Jonathan Waller coming into the game wearing number 10. Francesco Bartolillo comes out as we start to see the personnel shift a little bit with some second half changes. This, by our count at least, the second change. There was a halftime change as well for the Highlanders, one halftime change for Harbourside. Here's Kim working towards the 6-yard box, getting towards the middle with a shot deflected away and a rebound chance. And there was Waller coming into the game and the ball right to his boot.
And there's that pressure. What a run from Kim on this near side. He's been prominent in this game in that left back position. But when you join the rush, we'll get to that thought in a sec.
Ball worked all the way down deep towards the corner flag, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Victoria Highlanders. But yeah, you're right about Kim, and maybe pick up the thought.
Yeah, and you can just see here, utilizing that left back position. When your wing backs are able to join the rush that quickly, it adds such an element on the attacking side, and Kim has shown it many times here tonight.
High delivery, and the ball headed on towards the byline. It goes punched high and deep. Bahari was lurking in the vicinity there, and the play is going to come back, and I think the Highlanders are going to get another opportunity here with the ball deep.
Yeah, that one looks like it just went outside the line there, trying to clear on that one, but another chance here in swinging with the right boot here on this near side corner.
Preston from the corner flag. Once again, a high ball. Weir jumping up, punching it down, but it's punted towards the net, and Weir down in a heap. And did that ball deflect off Callum Weir before it went out?
Wow, that will be a remarkable save if he was able to grab that one on the ground as well.
Weir on the deck, and we'll see what the ball hit after this high delivery. You'll see Weir go down here, and yes, sprawling out.
Wow.
And then the second wave just going off to the side, but Callum Weir going to ground and keeping his team in this, still 1-0 Highlanders, and once again the ball out of play. And another Victoria Highlanders corner, and right now you can see that the team that's up 1-0 wants to make it 2, and they can sense they've got an opportunity to do exactly that.
Exactly, and they have third corner here in about 3 minutes here, and a glorious opportunity this time at the far side, a left in swinging one coming here off the left boot at that far side. And this is a dangerous one for goalies to defend on the in-swinger.
Greaves will take it from that far side corner flag. Whistle sounds, so he won't take it. He was all set to do exactly that. Now here he comes. Ball into that near post and just put high and off the target. Good delivery.
Yeah, I like it as well. Obviously, you see it on both sides here for Victoria, on both sides of the corner. They've got the right foot on this near side, left foot at the far side. And it's so dangerous to defend these in-swinging balls. As you see, you have the momentum with you on the header, and just about pays off there.
Brown for Harbourside. Loses to Kim. High ball in. Preston got it towards the area. Farragher deals it the other way. The Highlanders being forced here. Dadam making a run. Zadrovic back just outside his 6-yard box. Puts it to the second half substitute, who will come ahead now, and that's Hall.
Oh, and there's going to be another card there. That an aggressive challenge there at this near side.
Hall frustrated, but he's got some wiggle room coming into the game in this second half. Now he doesn't.
Yeah, that a big challenge here as we take a look at this one. He moves maybe too heavy of a touch, and he goes hard in on that one. Almost studs up. And it's going to give Nanaimo a good chance here in the free kick on the foot of Bahari.
Bahari looking towards that cluster at the top of the 18-yard box. Gregor Smith goes back into the pile. You can see Marassa there directing traffic off the ball. And Suka Behari, high and deep, bouncing off Rogozinski and down towards the byline, and that's going to lead to a Harbourside corner, and guess who comes over to take it? Suka Behari.
Yeah, and what a delivery there, that ball there, the piercing ball flight over the top and makes it very hard to defend. Just able to get ahead on that one there and steer it out for the corner, but a good chance here for Nanaimo.
Highlanders looking dangerous on some of their corner chances. Ball goes to the far sideline and maybe escape Behari a little bit. Is that kept in by Tinmouth? Not quite. He tried to sell it on the sideline, but no, it's going to be Highlander ball.
Great pace shown there by Tinmouth. Obviously the ball, he knew as soon as it was hit, it was going to be going over his head. Quickly able to get on that one just to step outside. But good pace there once again from Tinmouth.
Now at the hour mark, 1-0 Highlanders. Harbourside ball, Tinmouth. Marassa. Marassa trying to get away from Schaefer. Here it's the Highlanders coming ahead now. Ball towards the middle. Put over the top. Running opportunity for Kim, getting in tight. Can he take the ball down? No. Excellent run, but he couldn't quite get the control with his feet.
And once again, it's Kim joining the rush here on this left-hand side. A great ball over the top. He's able to get there, beat the defender to the ball on that one there. But Kim looks fantastic in this game, and once again, showing it here in the second half.
Throw in to come near sideline. Preston. Now back to him. Preston works it low towards the byline. He took a spill. Harbourside ball. Outlet. Cut out effectively by Waller. Waller lifts it over the top. Kim. One touches it back. Behari with a steal. Getting towards center. He got by one but couldn't beat the second man as Hall's on to it. Hall gets it forward. Greaves coming down the left. Rolls it in towards that right sideline. And the ball clipped away. Highlanders will try and come in with another wave here. Giesbers from the center circle. Loop ball in. Back towards Kim. Everything going the Highlanders' way right now. Kim pulls up. Drops back. Greaves. Hall. Ando ahead. Greaves. Hall. They've got it on a string. Kim towards the middle. High ball in, just out of the reach of Schaefer, who is trying to make the run. But boy, they took their time to set that up. The ball was just a little bit long and high.
Yeah, absolutely. A good looking play there from the set. And like you said, it looked like it was almost on a string there. Perfectly played, almost all one touch as well. Just a little bit heavy on the ball there from Kim, but well worked from Victoria.
Highlanders 1, Harbourside 0 in the 62nd minute. First ever men's Island derby between these two teams.
Maybe not the ideal pass back there, looking back on that one there, but able to recover nicely, and a chance here on the foot of Behari now.
Behari, long ball over the top. The Dam trying to run to it, but that's an easy scoop up. Zadrovic is back, he'll take control. Great idea for a ball over the top, but it once again was just a little bit too forward up the pitch. Press on from Behari, and he forces Zadrovic to pick it up and then throw it away.
See here, in the obviously down to the final 25 minutes here. Nanaimo still sitting back a little bit right now. I'd expect to see a little more intensity moving the ball forward here. Maybe adding an extra attacker in.
Brown just got that away, but a Highlander chance. Again, Harbourside just trying to boot it away from their own 18. Ball towards center. Nice run here. Long ball towards that right flank. Dom was there, but it never reached him. Preston moves it back. Waller has a man in open space right up the middle. Kim Couple of steps, breaks into a run against Brown, and a beautiful tackle. McKinty timed it perfectly and got it out of play.
Yeah, that's just a great sliding tackle to keep the ball to the outside. Just keep it away, and obviously just earns a throw in as well, but a perfectly timed slide tackle here in the near side. Looks like Victoria might be lining up for a substitution here at that far side now.
Does look like it. And it's going to be Anthony Preston, I believe, going out of this match. Hamish Ogden will come in to replace him, number 22. Kim will take the ball.
Looks like they're setting up for another one of those long throw-ins here, essentially another corner. We'll see how it pans out.
That's exactly what happens. Ball headed on. Greaves a touch. Ando couldn't get it through the wall. Rogozinski puts it down deep on the right side. Gregor Smith, the game's goal scorer, working the right side and knocked over aggressively. Once again, Highlander ball. And in the first 20 minutes of this second half, most of the play has been right down in front of Cal Weir.
Yeah, Victoria dictating the pace right now here in the second half. Obviously just a 1-goal lead, so things can definitely change here. They're going to earn themselves a free kick in a very dangerous position here. You see the captain at that far side taking down his man.
Marassa on Smith.
Very good start here in the second half for Victoria, and then this is a very dangerous spot here. Looks like they'll set up with that left foot in swinger, and we'll see how Nanaimo's able to defend.
Getting ready for this ball to be played in. Marassa having some words as well. Two men up near the kick taker and two options for the kick taker. You talked about the in swinger, and there's Kyle Weir making the stop, jumping up. And it looked like it was either going to be Weir or his defender to get a touch on that ball.
Yeah, I like that from Weir once again. That's the third time I've seen it here in the second half, aggressively coming out and grabbing that ball, taking no chances on it either. I like that from Weir, an aggressive play, and works out in their favor.
McKinty. Ball moved to Brown. Sent back to the defense by Tinmouth. And Harbourside will try and do what Victoria has, and that's use possession and take their time to build up a chance if possible.
Yeah, I'd love to know possession stats here in this second half. It feels like it's been all in Victoria's favor right now, and Nanaimo's going to have to turn things up here if they want to grab an equalizer.
Kim. Brown goes to him. Hall sends it back. Giesbers all the way across. Rogozinski. Ando. Hall again. Nanaimo putting on a press, but Harbourside couldn't take the ball. Greaves. Hall. Once again, Hall. Short delivery, and Harbourside wanting to press a bit more here. Farragher's going to try and position Giesbers, but Giesbers for Ando. Saw the man coming. Greaves, nice cut. He's got real estate. He's also got Kim. Kim, short ball in. Greaves put it to the 6-yard box. Kicked away. Sent towards the Dom. But a nice job to get in the way there by Ando.
That was so well worked there from Victoria once again, all the way from the back. Just about results in a glorious scoring opportunity, but well worked once again.
Ogden, the substitute, moved it back. Giesbers in the center circle. Some pressure there. Ogden got away, makes a run. Greaves couldn't spot him though. Ogden turns. Kim coming towards the 18. Forced back, but still in control. Rogozinski, Giesbers. Just a wonderful display of possession here.
All over it right now here is Victoria. And once again, over to this near left-hand side.
Pass and move, pass and move. It seems so simple. Ando. Over on that right side. Gets it again. Ball this time eludes the intended target, and finally Harbourside can take over. But that was a good 2-minute run of play.
Yeah, and it looks like a double substitution upcoming now here for Nanaimo.
Minute 69. Matt Marassa is going to be heading off. I believe Mowbray Bejan is going to be going off too.
Harbourside substitutions.
We'll hear from Matt Carter now.
Into the game, number 8, Tyson Chitani.
Tyson
and number 10,
Chitani.
Billy Bayopoulos.
Two very offensive-minded players coming in for Nanaimo here.
Bagiopoulos, I believe, a man that was very prominent for Vancouver Island University in his younger days.
And same for Chitani, he played at SAIT in Calgary. I know that when I went there, another great player, and two very offensive-minded players coming in here for Harbourside.
So Kevin Lindo making a couple of changes, hoping that can lead to some more possession and ultimately that 1-1 tying goal. But here's Ogden trying to put it through. Brown being chased to the sideline and puts the ball out. Greaves for the Highlanders quickly gets play going again for Ando on this near sideline. Ando gets the ball down deep. Schaefer. Kim plays to the top. Greaves goes all the way back. North-south, east-west, doesn't matter. Victoria's got full control of this ball right now. It's a narrow 1-0 lead, but possession can kill, can't it?
Absolutely, just taking some more time off the clock here as we approach the final 20 minutes here, and looks like Victoria's setting up for another substitution now.
And right now, every move the Highlanders are making appears to be the right one. And I think that's going to be Schaefer heading off, and he's run miles in this first ever Island Derby.
In the game number 4, Javier Sagas.
Yeah, I liked his game tonight, obviously. He had a couple glorious chances. The one went just underneath his foot at the top of the 18 there in the first half, but he had himself quite a good contest here for the Highlanders.
Cal Weir with a long boot. Deflected away, Tinmouth trying to get that ball back. And now Harbourside moving it to the far sideline. Tinmouth again, puts it down the left flank. Two men trying to run to the middle, but a swarm of 3 Victoria defenders, and there was no chance for any service to get through 3 defensive bodies.
Positive look there, though, for Harbourside. That's the first time could say that for a while here, and they get a little bit of possession in the offensive zone, and that was right off the foot of Chitani as well, making a quick impact here following his substitution.
High throw, headed away. Attempted run to the middle, but once again, the Highlanders with the stop. McKinty looking to put it deep. Ball knocked away high towards center. McKinty touches it on. But here's a Victoria steal. Sagast puts it across. Opportunity for a shot? No, but Ogden gets played in. Ogden stepping, and a great save by Cal Weir. Hamish Ogden looking to make it 2-0, and Cal Weir with a huge save.
Yeah, that a huge save there from Weir to keep them in this game.
And a Harbourside body down on the far sideline.
I believe that's McKenzie.
I think it is number 11 as we're trying to get a look on that far sideline. He's got one of the officials there beside him, and now Gregor Smith comes over as well. We're going to see this save again by Weir.
Yeah, this is a huge save to keep Harbourside in. On that attack, though, Victoria came through with numbers. Maybe not the perfect first ball they wanted to as well. That one he wanted to be played a little bit forward. He had to slow down his motion there. Obviously results in a big save and a good chance for Victoria. But Weir keeps this game alive.
Kicking out the leg, and you see the training staff having to come out, and that might put a little bit of extra time onto the end of this match, as now we're in minute 73.
Yeah, that looks like a case of a bad calf cramp to me, and those ones are not fun to deal with when you're out there as well. You know, on a hot day and you're running a lot, it can definitely come quickly, but those ones are definitely do not feel good.
So McKenzie heading towards the sideline, and I think his evening will come to a close here. So Harbourside making yet another change. Bilodeau will come into the match. Noah Bilodeau wearing number 15. 1-0 Highlanders FC, and they've had all the possession in the second half. And Cal Weir, was that a momentum-changing save moments ago? I guess we will find out.
And same thing goes, obviously we saw in the women's game earlier on as well. It looked like Nanaimo was going to make their way towards a big win, and it was a last-minute goal. So we'll see. The game's not over till the end here, but Nanaimo's going to need a big push here to get back in it.
All booted down towards Harbourside territory. Nobody thinking about next matches just yet, but Harbourside has the Whitecaps Academy midweek here on Wednesday, the 24th. And finally, the first home matches for the Victoria Highlanders next Saturday, the 27th, against Unity. 3 matches in a row on the road to start the season, and without a loss yet, this men's squad.
Yeah, that's definitely not an easy task to do. Obviously, playing in different circumstances, different settings, not easy, and it's also the travel as well. But I'm sure that first game at home will be a warm welcome for them, and I'm sure they're looking forward to that next weekend.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that when you get to play in front of your home fans for the first time, it's going to be a big deal. And it's also going to be a big deal when you can come back with at least points in 2 of 3 and looking good to take a point or 3 away from this. And an errant ball towards the sideline, and now you're seeing a little bit of frustration on that Harbourside roster.
Yeah, and you got to stay poised and positive here if you're in Nanaimo. Obviously, things aren't going their way right now, but at the end of the day, a 1-goal game, and, you know, Victoria's been pushing hard here, but they've got to stick together here as a cohesive unit if they're going to want to get back into this game.
Minute 76, 1-0. Kim gets it forward. Sagast puts it back. Ando, one touching it forward. Hamish Ogden tried to slip it through. Cutouts, but again intercepted. Smith shoots it just off the target. Gregor Smith going for his 2nd goal of this match. Lashed that one just off the mark.
Yeah, that was a great strike there. You saw the passing play working up to that. You saw the back heel from the top of the 18 that almost set in a breakaway play, but what a strike that was there. And a hard one on that. Take a look at the replay here. Just whistles wide.
Ball from the near side corner flag. Punted in hard. Sagast with fresh legs, chasing it down. Harbourside able to win it away, but the pursuit in those loose ball situations by the Victoria Highlanders has been so impressive. Harbourside finally getting forward, but can they cash in? Once again, a Victoria steal, but this time foul called, and so Harbourside can get the ball to center, which feels like it's been forever since they've been able to do.
Yeah, and down to the final 15 now here. You have to think the formation's going to change a little bit. Looks like they're transitioning to maybe more 3 at the back and having 2 more center defensive mids there, but that a big change up here for Nanaimo, pardon me.
Long delivery to that right sideline. Sagast after the ball. Highlanders are going to get it back as it took a deflection. And not a lot of options here for further substitutions. I think we probably will still see one. It looks like a Victoria substitution is coming right now, but as the game continues to wind down, probably not very many left.
Yeah, one name that I'm kind of keeping an eye on right now for Nanaimo would be Taylor Arbor. I don't think he's been brought on yet, and he's been a very attacking force for VIU over the years as well. So maybe if you're looking for a last-minute equalizer, a player that could be seen. I know his name's still on the substitutions list here, but maybe that would be the only one I could see from Nanaimo moving forward.
A Highlanders throw in to come. And no sense of urgency to get that ball in this 1-0 lead. Just continuing to take possession and keep that ball away from Harbourside FC. Now a takedown on the play as Greaves went to ground, and every time Harbourside thinks they're coming away, the referee's whistle blows.
Yeah, a couple aggressive defending plays there. We'll see. I believe it was a trio of them here. There's the first, and then there's the second, and the third one comes quickly after that. I think they got away with maybe the first one there, and the referee on that final attempt there. But like you said, it just seems every time that Nanaimo is moving forward, it quickly comes back the other way. But this has to stay out of the net if you're Nanaimo and you want to get back into this game.
Harbourside right now trying to be physical, which I think is a good strategy, but it just seems like the Highlanders have that extra step, and so that physicality is guys getting clipped usually. Ball in, deflected with a head, and once again Weir comes across to make the save. A double deflection, and that second chance, Weir somehow in position to keep it out.
Yeah, that was just brilliant. I mean, he was about 3 feet in front of him there. A glorious scoring opportunity, but we are once again keeping Nanaimo alive.
I think that was Hall who got the second bid on the net. We'll see maybe on a replay momentarily, but very close to being 2-0 Highlanders.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see that replay as well. Looked like he had fallen to the ground, and as he was getting up, he was able to make contact. And we're going to take a look at it here. A great delivery into the middle. And as he's falling, he's able to get the effort still off, but we are once again.
What a great job by Gordon Hall. Presence of mind to get his foot on it, and then a better job by Cal Weir to keep the ball out.
Yeah, that's not an easy save to make either, sliding from basically post to post on that one there. And a great effort, but keeping that one out as Weir, and he's made 3 or 4 huge saves over the last 15 minutes to keep Nanaimo alive.
Kim will take it from the near sideline. Long, high throw. Sent towards center. Headed back in once again. Highlander ball. Hall. Sagast. Ball goes out of play on the near sideline, and Brown will take it for Harbourside, but they've got a long way to go to get this ball upfield, as now we're in minute 81. And it's another change for the Victoria Highlanders here.
And I do see some Harbourside players warming up at that far side of the pitch right now. I can't make out who it is from here, but like I mentioned, if there is going to be a substitution for Harbourside in these final minutes, I would imagine it would be Taylor Arbor coming into the game, but we'll have to see.
The game's goal scorer off the pitch, but certainly Gregor Smith has made his presence felt. Right now, the decisive goal, but still time. Whether it's for Harbourside FC to draw this at 1-1 or whether it's for the Highlanders to go up 2-0.
Oh, great footwork shown there on the near side. I believe that was Dadam. Able to show that there within a foot or two of the line and able to keep it in. Nicely done.
Brown gets it forward. Tinmouth for Dadam. Now Sagast. Look at this nice run. Lashes a shot off the back of the defender, and now it's Harbourside ball. Sprayed to the outside. Brown in difficulty, but poked it out. Tinmouth. Dadam couldn't reach it. He was trying to step in behind. And Harbourside, without a doubt here, they wanted to see a yellow card come out, but they will get possession with McKinty.
Yeah, great turn there into the middle and drawing the foul once again. Tinmouth, he continues to have himself quite a game, but quick footwork there shown on the turn.
Ball over on that far sideline will be a Harbourside throw-in. Bagiopoulos is there. Bilodeau as well. Once again, Harbourside ball, but just unable to get by any of the Highlander defenders. These 1v1s, Victoria finding a way at both ends of the pitch to win them.
Yeah, just a step ahead right now here is Victoria, but you never know in these final moments, especially with some high-octane offense for Nanaimo.
Sagast rumbling through center. Puts it short to the side. Waller plays it in. Now a high and deep ball. Ogden trying to track it down, but couldn't. And Cal Weir throws it quickly. McKinty Moving towards minute 84. McKinty, Dadam gets some room on the run. Swarm though, passed nicely out of it. Bahari, we haven't called his name very much in the second half. Ball put in for Dadam. Harbourside's first foray in a long time, but they're forced all the way back. McKinty played in on this right side angle. Tried to move it through down low, but well cut out. Hall forward. A break down this near left sideline. Sagas trying to move towards the middle. Ball in. Rolls by everybody. Ogden, though, takes it. Sagast. Ogden dispossessed. Harbourside ball. Ando trying to stay with his man. Doing a nice job of that, and he gets it loose. Rogosinski moves it forward. The Highlanders just having an answer for everything Harbourside is trying to do here. Victoria with another foray. Ball goes all the way down to the byline, and is this going to be a corner? I think it's going to be. That was an amazing keeping at the byline.
Yeah, just to keep that in and then in turn end up turning that into a corner kick. Well done there in these final stages. It does look like Nanaimo will make a substitution when they do get the ball, but yeah, great job here just to turn this into a corner kick.
Oh, Sagast, what a keep-in.
Yeah, that was brilliantly done. And an outswinger coming here this time.
High ball, headed on, and booted out towards the sideline. Giesmers from center. Into minute 86. Highlanders on the ball, put forward towards Kim, but well out of his reach and into the hands of Kyle Weir. Harbourside looking for any way to get forward. There is going to be, as Tony said, a Harbourside substitution coming.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Charlie Purcell. I don't know if 100% sure, so I'm not sure why I'm even throwing it out there, but I do believe it is Purcell.
Here's the Dom, spilled, and it is going to be Harbourside ball, and now that substitution will happen, and the official will put the board up. Approaching minute 87 now.
And it was a good movement here from Dadam to get this up quickly here and earn a free kick here, and it does look like it is indeed going to be Purcell coming onto the pitch here.
Purcell is coming in, and Dadam, the guy that was just taken out, he goes out.
Number 16, Charlie Purcell.
Suka Bahari. High delivery inside the box, and it bounds through. And that's the type of a play at this stage where you even hope maybe if you don't make contact that you can draw some kind of a foul in the box, maybe earn a penalty to try and make this game 1-1. Because from open play, there just have not been the chances.
Yeah, it's just not clicking right now, unfortunately, for Nanaimo here. Obviously, still some time left in this contest here, but they're going to need to get something going. And like you said, sometimes it's just a bounce or a free kick that's going to get things going. We'll have to see here if they can turn things up.
Tinmouth couldn't get loose. Purcell knocks it on. Bagiopoulos, Purcell, but it's Ando instead for the Highlanders. Rogosinski back to his keeper, Zadrovic. Puts it high and deep. A Harbourside interception, but can they move the ball into a scoring position? Nothing in the interior is open. So now Harbourside will try the sideline. Ball goes deep. It's towards the byline and sent in, but well out of play. And is that going to be a far side corner? Who did the ball go off at the end line?
Believe it's going to be a corner. I think it was off the defender there. It does indeed look like it will be a corner.
1-0 Highlanders. 11 minutes in, Gregor Smith had the goal low to the bottom corner. He's since left the game. High ball indoors the box. Too high and too hard. Can Brown keep this in? Nice job by Hall on Brown.
Yeah,
and it's going to be Highlander possession.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes there. That was just the second corner of this second half here for Nanaimo. Both of them resulted in the same thing, a little bit long on the delivery. But unfortunately for Nanaimo here, just final 2 minutes here before stoppage time. And a little bit too much on that corner.
Rogozinski, he's played a lot of heavy minutes in the interior, in the heart of that Victoria Highlanders defense, and maybe needing some breath as much as anything. Those interior defenders play such hard, heavy minutes, and you don't see them always making these long, dazzling runs, but it's the hard, heavy minutes in tight traffic, winning aerial balls, winning balls along the ground.
Yeah, and going up for those ones as well aren't easy in the second effort as well, and he's been a huge part of the success here for Victoria tonight.
Bahari puts it down the left flank. Ball in towards the middle, and Vegiopoulos was trying to link up close, and a good opportunity for Harbourside FC as we now are approaching the 90th minute. And this has the feel of maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I don't think any more than 4, maybe it could be 2, but maybe round it off and say probably 3 minutes.
Yeah,
just a judgment call.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well, especially judging off what we saw in the first half as well. And there's been quite a few stoppages in this second half.
Greaves with a wonderful run, gets the ball towards the byline, and Weir drops down to grab it.
Yeah, nicely done there from Weir. Obviously, that one not going towards the front of the net, but it was deflected off an Nanaimo defender, so that would have been another corner there. He's able to keep it in and get possession right back.
That boot was very high, but not deep. Harbourside ball, nicely put out to Brown. Room down this right side. Brown to the 18. Throws it backwards. Shot opportunity, deflected away. Tinmouth puts it across high, too high. Bahari trying to run it down. Won't catch up to it. Ball goes near him, but stolen away by the Highlanders. 5 minutes of extra time, so we were a bit conservative. Harbourside will like that number. Certainly the Highlanders won't love it, but it is going to be Victoria ball on the push. And just talked about it. Harbourside wants to be aggressive, but that extra pace that Victoria is playing with is kind of canceling it out.
Yeah, just a step behind on that one there. And that one obviously more so a shoulder to the back rather than shoulder to shoulder there. And that's what's going to draw the whistle on that one. Freshly brought onto the pitch, Purcell. But like you said, just a step behind, unfortunately, for Nanaimo right now. But some extra stoppage time to work with.
Ball played in. Headed high and forward. Farragher got it loose, but it goes to that far sideline. Ogden will have another throw-in opportunity. Sagast, he'll try and work down to that corner flag and just keep that ball. Kicked away. And it's Harbourside ball, and that's some great defending to force the Highlanders into giving it up. And you're deep in your own half, but you've got possession.
Yeah, great job there to win possession there on the throw-in, because you just know Victoria is more than content keeping possession down there for as long as they can.
Again, Harbourside ball. And I think that the Highlanders want to see it played from the spot of the foul, which was called. So Harbourside has to back up a little bit. Ball put towards Tinmouth, but booted high by Hall. 1v1 battle at center, and Suka Bahari is onto it. Bahari, Tinmouth. Tinmouth dispossessed. Greaves gets the ball forward. Waller. Nice pass, and here's Ando on the move up the middle. Nice feed down that right side flank. Sagast just wants to keep it by the sideline. Really smart play here by the Victoria Highlanders, protecting a 1-goal lead and protecting it with possession, not just backing everybody up into the box and soaking up Harbourside pressure, but really being on the front foot here. Weir might be the guy to get that ball. He won't. Farragher gets it forward. Here comes Harbourside. In stoppage time in the second half. 1-0 Victoria Highlanders. Tinmouth back towards center. McKinty Long boot to the far sideline, and Rogozinski able to stop it. Now Waller. Again, Highlander ball. Waller dropping off for Greaves. Boy, Greaves has just run a ton in this game.
He's been all over the field here tonight, and definitely a player that has carried the load here for Victoria, and you see it once again here, just keeping possession of that far side. Very smart player on the ball.
About halfway through stoppage time here, 5 minutes added on. Brown back for Harbourside. This will be a Harbourside throw-in. Brown tries to get it into the path of Tynmouth, but Kim was right there, and there was nothing going to get by. Nice ball touched on through and driven towards the nets. So Weir made the stop on that bid from Nick Park. Weir looks to boot it long, hard down the field in the vicinity of Bahari. Ogden is back and just watches the ball go out. And now precious little time for Harbourside FC and a Victoria ball.
It's been a great game here once again, a great excitement level, but Victoria just been a step ahead here all night as we approach the final moments of this contest.
And the ball booted out of play. Highlanders, if they win, will go to 2 wins and a draw. And Harbourside would drop to 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. This is their 5th match of the young season. Tynmouth after the ball, but Park sends it away. Moving down now, certainly into the final minute of stoppage time. McKinty. Ball towards the middle. Headed on, bouncing towards the byline, and out of play it goes. And will this be the last kick of the game here, as the goaltender Zadrovic might have the final touch, Tony?
Yeah, it was a good fight here, and then we've talked about it quite a bit, but Victoria just kind of seems to be a step ahead in this contest here once again. And this second half, what a great way for Victoria. Obviously got the early lead, and the referee taking a look here at his watch, and it looks like this may be the last kick of the contest.
Played towards center, and there it is. The Victoria Highlanders, an impressive 1-0 road victory. And you can see the respect as players come together. Tynmouth and Kim, who are in a lot of 1v1 battles in this game. You can see the respect that those guys have. The first Island Derby goes the way of the Highlanders over Harbourside FC. And an undefeated season for the Highlanders so far. Their first home match Saturday the 27th against Unity. And the Whitecaps Academy team is here at Kinnistook Stadium on Wednesday. Match number 6 already for Harbourside. So in their very first year, they're getting a lot of game action in, which I think is probably a good thing for a young franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just a short 14-game season as well. So it seems like it just started. And the next thing you know, it's going to be the halfway mark of the season. And just like that. But you can see, obviously, a great contest here. 2 good teams here on Vancouver Island, and it's going to be a good derby for years to come.
We will see the highlights from the second half, and we'll also get a look at the only goal of this game, which was scored back in the first half.
Yeah, that feels like a long time ago as well that we saw the opening goal. Lots of corners here in this second half for Victoria. We saw a lot of in-swingers coming from the middle. The difference maker, obviously, it ends up in the result and the loss, but Weir had himself quite a contest. He kept Nanaimo in this game in the second half, and you'll see a lot of, during these highlights here, a lot of aggression shown here in this second half. Quite a few yellow cards, and a big save here by Weir once again. But we saw quite a derby match here for the opening one of the season. And, of course, the next one's going to be taking place on July 2nd, so we look forward to that one. Of course, that one's going to be taking place in Victoria.
Boy, if you're thinking man of the match, the guy we're just seeing, Weir for Harbourside, and the man that we're seeing right here, Gregor Smith for the Highlanders, I think those are your men of the match right there.
Yeah, absolutely. One from either side, and then obviously the difference maker there, Smith for Victoria, and Weir just kept Nanaimo in this game throughout this entire evening, so he definitely deserves a man of the match recognition.
Smith and the Highlanders, a 1-0 win on the road against Harbourside FC. This was a fun one, and happy to bring it to you on Shaw Spotlight TV Back-to-back games. So a draw in the first ever women's derby between the Highlanders and Harbourside, 1-1, and then a 1-0 victory for the Victoria Highlanders in matchup number 2. So I think you'd have to say, so far on opening day, it feels pretty good for the Highlanders, and certainly Harbourside looking to still get their first wins in these derbies.
Absolutely, and it's been a lot of fun working with you here tonight, Dan, and enjoyed some great soccer.
On behalf of Tony Trozo, good night from Kickinnistuck Stadium.
Shaw Spotlight's mission is to celebrate, engage, and connect our communities, sharing a broad spectrum of in-depth stories featuring fascinating people, interesting places, and inspiring stories from across our amazing country. Canada is home to vast diversity, heartwarming humanity, and unforgettable experiences, all of which can be viewed anytime, anywhere on our social channels.